In June 1941, Nazi Germany launched Operation Barbarossa, a massive invasion of the Soviet Union. By September, the German army had reached the gates of Leningrad, but Adolf Hitler had a specific, sinister plan. He didn't want his soldiers to waste resources fighting street by street. Instead, he ordered the city to be encircled and starved into extinction. On September 8, 1941, the last land connection to the city was severed. That same day, German bombers targeted the Badayev warehouses, the city's main food supply. Thousands of tons of flour and sugar went up in flames. Witnesses described rivers of molten sugar flowing into the dirt, and desperate citizens later clawing at the frozen, sweetened mud just to have something to swallow. The trap was set. The nightmare had begun. As winter arrived, Leningrad transformed into a frozen tomb. Temperatures plummeted to -40 degrees. With no coal or electricity, people burned their libraries and furniture just to stay warm for a few hours. But the cold was nothing compared to the hunger. The daily bread ration was slashed to its lowest point, 125 grams. To give you an idea, that's about the weight of a small smartphone. But this wasn't real bread. It was a dark, heavy mass made of 50% sawdust, cellulose, cotton seed cake, and dust from old flour sacks. People collapsed in the streets. You would be walking next to someone, and they would simply stop, sit down in the snow, and never get up. Death became so common that people stopped noticing the bodies piling up on the sidewalks. They were just part of the landscape. By 1942, the hunger reached a point of madness. First, the city's pets disappeared. Dogs and cats were hunted, then rats and crows. People boiled leather belts and wallpaper paste to make a sort of jelly. But then, the reports started coming into the NKVD, the secret police. Cannibalism had started with corpse eating, scavenging from the dead. But soon, it evolved into person eating. Gangs formed to hunt the living, specifically targeting children. The police had to create a special task force to hunt down cannibals. Over 1,500 people were arrested for this crime. In the markets, mystery meat was sold in secret. This is the part of history books often skip. A society so broken by hunger that the most basic human instincts were replaced by a primal, predatory desperation. Amidst this horror, an 11-year-old girl named Tanya Savicheva began keeping a diary. Her entries were short, written in alphabetical order in a small notebook. December 28th, Zhenya died. January 25th, grandmother died. May 13th, mother died. The Savichevs died. Everyone died. Only Tanya is left. The only glimmer of hope was Lake Ladoga. When it froze over, the Soviets created a supply line across the ice. They called it the Road of Life. Trucks drove across the thin ice under constant German shelling. Thousands of trucks plunged through the ice into the deep, dark water. For every crate of food that reached the city, a driver risked a watery grave. It was a thin thread of life keeping 3 million people from total annihilation. In January 19